Once you pop that lock off.
Oh, it's happening. We're taking away all the value of this box.
There it went. Bye-bye.
Happening now. It's happening now. Happening now.
Welcome back. This is Happening Now, and I'm your host, Hammer. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you. I'm so amazed on all you beautiful people out there. You're digging our show, and we are just thrilled that you are watching us, okay? And keep it up. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell. So today, we've got an amazing show, and I know I say that a lot, but Troy, what do you think?
I think it's great. Let's do something we haven't done before. We haven't talked sports yet really on this podcast. I'd like to get into a little Major League Baseball. Would you like me to introduce our guest this evening?
Do you know anything about Major League Baseball?
I know enough about it, I think, yeah. I actually moved out to California in 1985, and my cousin's dad had season tickets to the Angels, and they were first baseline, about 5 rows up from the dugout. Really great seats. And he'd invite me to the games once in a while. But by 86, I started really attending those games. And there's another guy that started playing with the Angels in 1986, left-hander, pitcher, 5-time All-Star, Mr. Chuck Finley. He's here with us tonight.
Hey, Chuck, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, Hammer. Good to be here, buddy.
Hey, man, we love having you.
Stu, I didn't mean to break you off, but I know one thing Troy knew about Major League Baseball. He wasn't good enough to play.
I will give you that,
but
Chuck.
That's
I'll
okay.
give you that
That's
all day
okay.
long.
Hey, he probably did good at the Sandlot, you know what I mean? Like most of us.
We all started somewhere, but yeah, great to be here,
I was
man.
busy over playing football.
Well, then he's not a big, Louisiana boy, 6'6", and
6'8".
6'8". Are you growing?
6'10" when I got here, but yeah. How you been, buddy?
I'm great, man. This podcast is a lot of fun, and we're so blessed to have people like you, and we've got another co-host that is going to be on here in a minute is Brandi, and we got Troy, and we've had some amazing people like yourself. So tell us, what are you doing here today? You had a really cool thought.
Well, we came up with an idea about breaking open a set of baseball cards and pulling out select individuals just randomly. And a lot of this year, that 1991 that I played in, I played with every one of these guys in that box. So I was going to share a few stories. Either I played with them or against them. Maybe just kind of opening up a world that you guys never heard of about these certain players, and just kind of give some stories and go back in time and kind of make you feel good about the old days of baseball again.
But tell us, this box, I couldn't buy one of these boxes, could I? Tell us about this.
It's been sealed since, 91 when I got it. They gave it to me, and it's never been opened. So today's going to be the first day that we open up this box, and we're going to see what's in there. Might be a $100,000 Ken Griffey rookie card in there for all we know, or a Don Mattingly card, or I have no idea what's in this thing.
So we keep all the props for the show.
I tell you what I told you before. If there's a card in there that's worth a lot of money and I know it, I'm out of here.
You're out the door.
I have a Beckett, so I I know a little bit about this stuff. Can I open it? I want to open it.
I think you should open it.
All right,
Brandi.
I want to see if you really know some things about some stuff, because I really think you peaked in 1990, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that feel?
I feel good.
Well, wait. I'll tell you this first. It's kind of like Storage Wars, because you don't know what you're going to get. Right?
Oh, look at you.
Once you
Look
pop
at me.
that,
I had to put it together there.
Once you pop that lock off.
Oh, it's happening. We're taking away all the value of this box.
There it went. Bye-bye.
Before she completely cracks that open, Chuck, tell us, the players get these. Tell us where these boxes come from.
They are given to you by the card companies start of the season, or at the end of the last season. So each player will get a case of cards from Donruss, Upper Deck, Elite, whoever's putting cards out that day. They will give you a box of those.
But just the players get these.
Yes.
Just the players.
Yeah. Well, you could buy those, but they're free for us. But for everybody else, I don't know what they go for. Like I said, I have no idea what's in there. So there might be nothing. There might be something. So.
But you can't buy a whole set like that. That'd be kind of tough to find all that.
Oh, to put all those players together, you'd have to drive, like Brandi, she'd have to drive all over California and just hand pick them everywhere to get set and put it together like this.
Yeah, but Brandi, I think she's going to test you here.
How much do you want to bet? Because this is 91, right?
Right.
Okay. How much do you want to bet that every card I pull, that the player has a mullet?
I know I did.
Yeah.
Wait,
Chuck
how do you feel
definitely had a
about the
mullet.
fact that mullets are coming back? Are you going to bring it back?
Well, I just wish that I could grow hair like that
The
again.
kids are rocking them right now. I feel like you
Hammer's
should
the
do
only
it.
one that really has anything going on.
That's all I got going on, bro.
You and Hammer have the same hairstylist. Is that crazy?
Okay, you guys ready? Are you nervous?
We're ready.
I
Okay.
Do it.
This is
Just-
going to
just
freak
at
me out if
random,
we don't have
right?
one player that I know.
At random.
Well, 91, that's kind of a year where a lot of those guys now are in
Man,
the Hall
these
of
are
Fame.
tight.
So,
Okay. Oh, Andre Dawson.
oh, the
Cubby.
Hawk.
The Hawk.
Montreal Expos. Yeah, played for the Chicago Cubs. I don't even know how he played that. His knees were so bad, they were bent in. They were rubbing together when he ran. But, man, could he rake. What a great player. Great guy.
What do
I
we
think
mean by rake?
He had the original fro, I think, in major leagues.
Rakins mean you never miss a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Rakes mean he could crush.
Okay.
He played for the Cubs back when Harry Carey.
My favorite.
Here's Andre Dawson.
So does Andre have a
He's
couple of
batting 268, got 46 home runs and 47 RBIs. That means nobody was on base when he hit a home run. By the way, it's National Dive Bar Day today.
It is.
It is National Dive Bar
It
Day
is.
today.
And Brandi said she said after we finish this, she's going to pay and we're all going to go dive into a bar.
That's what we do.
That's what we do.
Chuck, you may not remember
Excuse
this.
me.
I met you in a dive bar years ago.
I will go with you to a dive
What?
bar.
Yeah.
No, you've never been to a dive bar.
All right, I'll buy you a
Brandi.
beer.
Yeah.
Come on.
Hammer, we're taking your credit card.
Yeah, well,
You
just
bet
the way
your
it
sweet
works.
ass we
Come on.
are.
How much? What's the limit on that thing? You got
Ooh.
anything left?
Like $6.
Perfect.
Yeah.
$6.
Yeah.
We can split a beer.
Yeah,
Good
some-
deal.
It's one shot and 4 glasses of water.
Sounds like Cassidy's to me.
We'll all split a burger. Joe Boiver.
Joe
Bover.
Baver.
Boaver.
Yeah, Joe Baver. Was that the
Pitcher.
Atlanta Falcons?
Nope. Phillies.
Phillies too?
Eh.
Nah.
You suck.
I remember Joe
No, I'm
Baver.
just kidding.
He was a soft throwing righty. Yeah.
Edgar Martinez.
Edgar Martinez.
Third base.
Seattle Mariners.
Yep.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
you
Edgar
go.
it was funny about Edgar because this guy could rake. I mean, just tear you apart. But Edgar kind of had a lazy eye. So I always thought when he's at the plate, he was looking
You're
at
not
me
sure where
and
he's
the,
looking at?
and the catcher at the same time. I'm like, is he still in the signs? And I said that to my catcher one time. I said, Todd Green, I go, Greeny, I said, I think Edgar's like picking up your signs. He goes, what are you talking about? I go, well, he's kind of got that little lazy eye thing going. I said, I think he's looking at you and me at the same time. So he's like turning, getting all paranoid about it. He goes, oh, no, Finn, he's just a good hitter. I go, yeah, you're probably right.
Now, Chuck, before we get into the next card, you being 7'2",
I was on the mound, yeah.
yeah, on the mound there.
I had NBA scouts drafted me.
There you go. Did you ever get in any altercations on that mound?
Oh, well, yeah.
You ever been
I mean,
ejected
you
from
never.
a game?
I never really heard about you getting into fights, though.
I started a bunch of them.
Yeah,
But you
I'd
never
have to-
finished
and
it?
then all the guys would come in and I'd back out and go, hit him. Hit him. Whatever you do, don't let Finn get hurt. He's our starting pitcher. I had a funny story one time. I was Garrett Anderson, who played with great hitter. You know Garrett Anderson.
Yep, great hitter.
And he was wearing this guy out. So the fourth at bat, pitcher just decides, I'm just going to drill him. And I'm sitting there watching on TV in the dugout. And I could tell the catcher gave the old flip sign, like flip him or hit him. I'm like, oh, okay, it's Andy Allison.
What's that sign?
This sign means hit him or flip him. Like,
Okay.
this guy's way too comfortable in the box, so either flip him or hit him. So they smoked Garrett. And I'm like, oh,
So you guys do that shit on purpose, huh?
oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, hell no. Hell no. You ain't going to hit one of my guys. I go out there, I'm warming up. John Shulock's the umpire. He comes walk out. He hands me a ball. He goes, hey, Finn, come on now. Just keep this game clean. Just let it go. We're in the 7th inning. We're all good. And my good friend, Mickey Tettleton.
That was the umpire.
The umpire told me
Yeah.
that. So my good friend, Mickey Tettleton's on deck. He comes up. First pitch, I drilled him in the knee. He goes down, runs to first base. Can't even finish the game. And after the game, they throw me out of the game. I called over to Mick. I said, hey, Mick, I'm sorry, bro. I just couldn't take it anymore. You guys drilled one of my guys. He goes, it wasn't me. I'm playing first base. He said, Andy was on deck. Why didn't you drill him? I said, hell, I couldn't wait that long. I said, first come, first serve, baby.
Yeah, your ears are steaming.
Oh, I tore him up.
Luck of the draw. Speaking about draw, open another storage unit there, Brandi.
I got one. I don't know if anybody knows this guy, Bo Jackson.
Oh,
that
there's
guy's-
one.
Whoa.
Oh, there's that card he's going to run with.
Oh, Bo knows what.
Bo knows everything. That's a man child. Yeah, Bo was. I played with him for 1.5 years in Anaheim. That's the strongest human being I've ever been around in my life. Just natural strength. Do anything. I mean, if he hadn't blown his hip out when he was with the Raiders,
Yeah.
he would have been probably one of the top 5 all-time baseball players ever. Just natural skills.
I always wondered why. I mean, you've got something good going on, and then you risk it going either way. I mean, just, pick it and go. I
No
always
risk, no
thought.
reward.
I don't know.
I mean, that guy was way beyond. I mean, he was so far ahead of the game in baseball and football. He was one of those guys where first day I saw him drafted, we were playing Kansas City, and the bus pulls up, and then Kansas City, you got to walk into the lobby, and then you take the elevator down. But when you walk into the lobby, you can see out over the field, and he was out there hitting. I'm like, why is all the media out there around early BP? And they said, well, Bo Jackson's down there taking BP for the team. Well, I looked out there, and I go, that's kind of strange. He had like 100 balls in the back of the cage of swing and miss, and he had like another 100 over the fence. It was like all or nothing. I go, he's going to do just fine.
Oh, yeah.
But he was a man child. That guy was fun, too.
Where'd he come out of college?
Auburn. Was it Auburn?
How many years did he play baseball?
Oh, he played probably 15.
Yeah.
He played the last 5, 6 or 7 years with an artificial hip. They would have fixed that hip. He had that degenerative hip where he lost all the blood when he got tackled in Oakland that day. Remember that?
I remember that.
Hyperextended it. Today's medicine could have fixed it.
No problem.
Back in the day, it was just take it or leave it. So he had to give up football and he went into baseball. But he was special. That guy was one of a kind. You run into guys like that, and you're like going, that guy's an athlete.
How many really good ball players did you come across that just got those career-ending injuries? I mean, like that had to be just like devastating.
Yeah. He was such a great athlete that he prolonged his career for another 7, 8 years. Just people just took chances on him because he's Bo Jackson. But I went through 30 of them, blew out their elbow, blew out their knees, ACL, everything. Just tore them up. And guys in the prime of their career too, like 29 years old. You imagine being unemployed at 29 years. Last night you're playing in front of 57,000, and the next day nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a big ego blast right there for you.
But I mean, you kind of set yourself up for failure in sports because, most guys in the NFL, they last 2 or 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
running backs,
I mean,
what their
you
average,
have
like
to
4
know.
years?
Yeah.
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 I
And
mean,
you're done.
They're in and out. So you better want to be a GM or a coach or a scout or something. You better have something playing, heart surgeon or something.
Or you better have done well in college.
I
you know what
quit
I'm
med
saying?
school my 8th year in the league because I think I got this. Everybody can see I chucked med school.
I was like, what?
Doctor.
No, I stopped doing meds.
Visit MikeThompson.com. Your adventure starts here at Mike Thompson RV. I do. I work with PBR a lot, the professional bull riding, and those guys. I mean, even the winner. I was at the championship one night, and I was at the after party, and I was talking to the winner. He won, and he broke his jaw. And
He's
I
talking
said,
to you?
I said, "Are you gonna go to the hospital?" He said, "No, I'm just gonna take a couple of Norcos. I gotta ride tomorrow. I gotta hit the road tonight." Yeah. And I was like, "Jesus Christ!" I mean, This is I've been to a lot of sporting events and spent a lot of time with pro athletes, and this is the most wreckage that you could possibly put on your body.
Yeah, but see,
it's fascinating to me.
They're like NFL football players now instead of rugby players. They used to be rugby players where they didn't wear the breastplate, they didn't wear the helmet. I mean, right now they're riding on a Cadillac, and I mean, I don't know.
Well, what's funny about that PBR that I love watching is that you got a 2,500-pound bull that's pissed off as shit because you put a rope around his nuts.
That's right.
They pull it as tight as you could.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you get this 170-pound guy on, and this thing starts going crazy in the stall.
Kick
You're
your
like,
ass too.
okay, open the gate. Let me see what happens. I go, I'd be like this. I'm out of here. This guy wants to kill me.
Yeah. No, you gotta have
clowns.
huge cojones to do that.
No, the clowns. I mean, they put themselves in danger every single time, and I've seen them swept off the ground, several times.
You put me on one of those bulls like that just for fun.
And they don't even get the notoriety.
I'm wearing
those
a
guys
diaper.
that are out there just putting their body in front of a bull to save the guy that just fell off of the fucking thing. It's crazy.
Well, I've ridden a bull many times, but at a bar.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, tell
Mechanical?
the truth.
Get that
I was sitting there
Yeah.
doing like this the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Didn't do
are
well
you
with that
butt or
either.
sissy?
He's up there, urban cowboy.
Yeah. Hey, I can do it.
All right, Brandi, draw a card. Draw a card.
I got a card. Roger Clemens. Come on,
yeah.
I know you know who this is.
Roger Clemens.
Yeah, Roger, he owned the world for about 15 years there. You go out there and pitch against Roger, all the umpires like kissing his ass. I'm like, oh, okay, I got no chance today. You're pitching against Roger Clemens today. Oh, really? Okay, well, okay.
How many times you strike him out?
I never faced him in the back because we were both in the American League. But he had overpowering stuff. Yeah, that guy he went to Texas and he was good. I mean, he came out of college and he went straight to the big leagues. But yeah, he dominated the league for a good 12, 15 years.
He had some size on him, didn't he? He was a heavy guy.
He's a power pitcher. I mean, he grew up watching Nolan Ryan. They from the same state, so they kind of cut from the same piece of cloth. And he kind of idled himself after Roger, but he was a flamethrower, throw it at your head, all that kind of stuff. But
How many guys actually come out of college and go right to the big show?
a handful. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, look who I got right
Jim
here.
Abbott did it
Yeah.
with one hand. How about that?
Yeah.
I think
see if you
Clemens
know who
did
that
it.
is.
I know.
I'm not sure, and I don't want to sit here and say I'm
The
sure.
Angels have had a few, right?
Yeah, and I think Robin Yount might have came out of high school and went straight to
wow.
the Brewers as a shortstop.
Out
And it
of
was
high
one of the
school.
guy, I don't remember his name, but he was with Oakland. He was a pitcher. And
What about Salmon?
Tim Salmon?
Yeah.
He went to a small community college in Arizona. He played, and then he got drafted, and he was probably in the league by his fourth year in the minors. Yeah, back in the day, they kept you down the minors. They made you go through the rookie ball, A ball, high A, double A, triple. They made you do the cycle.
Gotcha.
Now they'll just like draft you, put you in double A, and bring you up.
What about Trout?
There was a lot of guys drafted in front of Trout, which is hard to believe, but he spent probably 2.5 years, 3 years in the minors. He came up was like 20, but he was
So
a
it's very rare.
high school kid.
Mark McGuire.
Same thing out of USC.
Yeah.
I think he spent maybe 2 years with the Oakland. Then he brought him up. He started hitting bombs. He and Canseco.
Well, you're honing your skills, right?
Well, you got to have so many reps to kind of figure out what's going on. Pitchers have to have so many starts or innings. Hitters have to have so many reps to kind of figure it out. Some get it quicker than others, but it usually takes for pitchers about 450 innings in the minor leagues to kind of start really getting close to the big leagues. Hitters are probably like, I don't know, 850, 1,000 at bats.
Wow. You wouldn't even think about that. you
Yeah,
know?
no, they count everything. I mean, they know exactly when you're hitting your prime.
Well, the thing that always blew my mind away is how many games you guys play.
Oh, believe me.
That's insane.
Being on the West Coast team is the worst. The weather's the greatest, but it's the worst because on your off day, you have to fly on your off day to the East Coast. So we never really had any off days. We're on a plane, sitting our ass on the plane for 6-7 hours. But if you're on the East Coast, that off day, you just sit there and wait for them to come. You go to Pittsburgh to Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh to like say the Phillies, or go to Montreal. You just fly the day of the game. So you get to spend an extra day. So you get 12, 15 more off days during the season. We had probably 5 to 10 straight off days, just do nothing. Every
Nice.
other one, we're on the plane.
But the important thing is, and everybody wants to know this, were there cocktails on the plane?
What we do on the plane, it was hilarious.
Yeah, mind your business.
Yeah, we had those planes are like a floating circus. It was crazy because we had probably 12 of the same flight attendants, and they knew exactly what every person drank and where every person sat. And
Because you guys always sat in the same seats.
we had a card table set up in the back. They had all the cards set up. They had everybody's drink. They had all the chips set up, poker chips, everything. They had everybody's drink. Go up to first class, grab all the pillows from first class, bring them back to us, piss all the coaches off. But yeah, they knew where everybody sat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hey, you wanna
we
play
had
a
them
speed
every
round?
time. We'd always take them out and have dinner with them after, before we got to town.
The flight attendants?
Yeah, they would go out to dinner with us.
Dinner?
Yeah, let's try a couple on the speed
well,
round.
I got a Nolan Ryan card here.
well, let's do Nolan first.
How jealous are you of him? No, I'm just kidding.
Who's that guy?
Who's
Nolan
Nolan
who?
Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably one of the most dominant pitchers in the 60s to 95 or 7, whatever his last year was.
But he reminds me a lot of you, Chuck, because he's the nicest guy you've ever met.
Oh yeah, no,
You
he's
know,
a
like
sweetheart
you.
of a guy. But once they played that national anthem, he's like one of those PBR bulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll blow you away.
But how many years was he in there?
25 years, maybe. He pitched to, I think he was like 45 years old.
I mean, how does your arm even last that long?
The game before he blew his elbow out, he was in Anaheim, and I pitched against him. And he went up to Seattle and pitched and blew his elbow out and it ended his career. But, I used to sit there and talk to him, and he was just, he was a legend. Everybody, you go to Texas, that's when I got that big poster in the airport says, "Don't mess with Texas." He's got Robin Ventura in the headlock, throwing an uppercut to him.
Yeah.
That's what they want you to know when you come into Texas.
You bet your sweet ass that's what we want you
You
to
don't
know.
mess with Nolan Ryan or Texas.
You don't mess with
She's
Texas.
from
that's
Texas,
for
we
sure.
know.
Yeah,
you don't mess with Texas, baby.
No,
Chuck, you
do
talk
not.
about legends. I understand that you actually had 4 outs in 1 inning. How did that happen?
Well, I did it 3 times. That's what's
3
crazy
times.
about
There
it.
you go.
I had 2 catchers that were blind, couldn't see. I think one catcher was hung over.
Well, I'm sure that happened a lot.
Smell them, yeah.
It was a day game in Detroit, and it was really hot. I think he was hung over. But anyway, what happens is that on the 3rd out, if first base is not occupied, and you strike the guy out, and the catcher doesn't catch it cleanly, and it goes to the backstop,
He can run.
you can run to first base. So therefore, your 3rd out is awarded first base. Then you got to do it again. So I struck the next guy out. But I did it 3 times. I was like, can I get a new catcher somewhere?
Yeah, somebody that can catch a ball.
Is there something going on? Let me look at your mitt. What's going on there?
You
got a
weren't
holder?
throwing it in the dirt, were you?
Yeah, no.
That's
But
gotta
yeah,
be-
it was a
that's gotta be
weird
pretty
thing.
rare.
The Hall of Fame called me. They're like, "We want your cleats, your shoe, the ball, your hat." I said, "Well, if you take all that, what the hell am I going to wear my next start?" I'm like, "Really?"
Chuck, you got a lot of names coming out of this box here. Well, I'm going to do a speed round with you. I'm going to give you just some random baseball names. Give me either one word reply or a sentence reply. Johnny Bench.
Great catcher. What's that ointment he uses now? Emu.
Emu. Yeah.
Hank Aaron.
Home runs. Bad ass hitter. Great guy.
Mike Trout.
Greatest probably player in the game.
I'd have to agree with
Wow.
that.
Will be.
That's a broad statement.
Is now and will be.
Sandy Koufax.
Pitched a very short time, but dominant. In the 7-8 years he played, he's probably the most dominant pitcher that's ever been lefty.
Jackie Robinson.
Great man. Did a lot for the sport. Brought awareness to the world. And, what a tough guy to read about his story and see what he went through, the stuff he put up with, and just kept inspiring people. It was really special to see.
Barry Bonds.
Another great hitter. Barry could be a little difficult at times, but he was a great hitter, great teammate. A lot of people didn't like Barry because they thought he was too brash and kind of, oh, well, okay, whatever.
My friend Raleigh Fingers.
Who are you going with?
Raleigh Fingers today.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
I love Raleigh. Just for the mustache, I love Raleigh.
Well, yeah. I've played a few rounds of golf with him. He's a heck of a guy.
He's
he
a
really
great
is cool.
dude, isn't he?
Yeah.
I asked you where he gets that wax. He said he makes
He's cut it
like
back
that.
quite a bit. You don't really need a whole lot of wax. It's about this big now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
He shortened it up?
Yeah, he shortened it up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. You should have kept that thing going,
I
brother.
would have let that thing roll and roll and roll.
Okay, hey, Brandi, let's do one more. What do you think?
I think we should.
Yeah.
I feel good about it.
What do we got?
About Dave Winfield.
Oh, you guys are going to love this one. So
Oh, you got something.
I got something good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
I'm pitching in Yankee Stadium. I'm winning like 8-2, and Winfield comes up like in the 7th inning. In an 8-2 game, you're not out there nibbling. You're
Right.
like, let's get this game over with. When he comes up, he's 6'8", 270, a massive man. Huge. And I've known Winnie forever, and I'm nibbling ball 1, ball 2, ball 3, strike 1. Finally, I go time out. I get the catcher to come out. I said, Charlie, go tell Winfield I'm tired of nibbling, You can tell the umpire too. I said, tell him I'm going to throw him a fastball right down the middle and see how far he can hit it. He goes, really? I go, yeah. He walks up and he goes, hey, Winnie, Finn wanted me to tell you that he's going to throw you a fastball down the middle. He wants to see how far you can hit it. The umpire goes, he really said that? I go, yeah, he did. I throw him a fastball down the middle. He hit this thing so far out of the stadium, it had a flight attendant on it. I ain't kidding you. This ball was cranked. The umpire walked out to me, handed me the ball. He goes, Finn, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen
That's
in my life.
cool.
You telling Winnie to see how far he could hit it during a major league game. I go, sometimes you got to take it like a man, brother.
That's cool.
Take it like
cool,
a
Chuck.
man.
That's very cool.
The man, the myth, the legend, Chuck Finley. Chuck, thank you for showing up today. We loved having you. You're awesome. And I know you're going to be back, right?
Yep, I'll be back.
So listen, everybody out there, if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. We love you. We'll see you next time on Happening Now.